Before you is the personification of silent terror, the black mamba. But don't be fooled by its name. Its body is a sleek gunmetal gray, an elegant vessel for the planet's most devastating venom. The true danger, the chilling promise of what's to come, is revealed only when it feels threatened. It opens its mouth and you stare into an inky black void, a gateway to oblivion. This is nature's final warning. Its venom isn't a mere toxin, it's a neurotoxic firestorm. A single bite carries enough poison to kill 10 grown men. A lightning-fast agent that shuts down the nervous system, paralyzes the lungs, and stops a beating heart in its tracks. Unlike other serpents that strike once and retreat, the mamba is relentless. If it can, it will strike again and again, a furious storm of death, making it the invisible, undisputed queen of these grasslands. It is the shadow that haunts every creature's nightmares. Meet the mongoose. Small, weighing less than a house cat, it seems hopelessly outmatched. But within this diminutive frame beats the heart of a giant. This creature is a whirlwind of courage, a specialist born and bred for this very fight. Its primary weapon is its incredible speed, a dizzying, frenetic dance that makes it a blur to the human eye. It moves with a calculated fury, goading the serpent, forcing it to strike and miss, time and time again. Its thick, bristly coat isn't just for warmth. It's a dense, natural coat of mail. The mamba's fangs, designed to pierce flesh, often struggle to get through this wiry armor. And even if they do, the mongoose possesses an evolutionary miracle, a specialized resistance to neurotoxins. Its acetylcholine receptors, the very targets of the mamba's venom, are shaped differently, making it incredibly difficult for the poison to bind and take effect. It's not immune, but it has a fighting chance where most would have none. The battle begins. It's a frantic ballet of survival. The mongoose darts in and out, a furry specter taunting the bringer of death. The mamba strikes, a black lash faster than thought, but it hits only empty air. The mongoose is already elsewhere, circling, assessing, waiting for that one perfect moment. The snake, growing tired and frustrated, exposes its head for a fraction of a second too long. That's the opening. With a final explosive burst of speed, the mongoose lunges. Its jaws, armed with sharp, pointed teeth, clamp down on the back of the serpent's skull with absolute precision. The fight is over. The queen is dead. In this brutal theater of the wild, the mongoose has proven a timeless truth. Courage, intelligence, and specialization can overcome even the most lethal force. But not all warriors fight with speed and fury. In the vast, golden plains of the savanna, where life is a constant, unforgiving struggle, another master of defense demonstrates a different philosophy. Behold the porcupine. At first glance, it appears small, slow, and vulnerable, an easy meal in a land of powerful predators. But nature has armed this creature with one of its most ingenious creations, a living suit of armor. Its back is a dense forest of thousands of razor-sharp quills. Black and white, they are a stark, visual declaration of its resistance. These aren't just passive needles. They are a dynamic, formidable weapon system. When danger approaches, the porcupine doesn't flee. It stands its ground. It bristles, transforming in an instant from a docile forager into an impenetrable fortress of spears. These quills, which are actually modified hairs coated in thick plates of keratin, are loosely attached to its body. A common myth is that the porcupine can shoot them like arrows, but the truth is far more practical. When a predator makes contact, the quills detach with shocking ease, embedding themselves deep into the attacker's flesh. Microscopic, backward-facing barbs on the tip of each quill act like a fishhook, making them excruciatingly painful and nearly impossible to remove. As the predator's muscles move, the quills can work themselves even deeper, sometimes penetrating vital organs and leading to a slow, agonizing death. This formidable defense is not just a shield, it's a powerful deterrent, a lesson taught through pain that predators rarely forget. Imagine now the silent tension as a venomous snake, perhaps a puff adder, a master of ambush, glides through the dry grass. Its cold, calculating eyes lock onto the porcupine. It sees a potential meal. Swift as a lightning strike, it lunges, fangs ready to inject their deadly payload. But in that same instant, the porcupine's defenses erupt. The wall of quills rises, a perfect, impenetrable barrier. The snake, unable to find any purchase, any patch of vulnerable flesh, recoils in defeat. Its lethal venom is useless against an enemy it cannot touch. In this ancient duel, it is not aggression that wins, but defensive intelligence. The porcupine is a living testament to the idea that sometimes the greatest strength lies not in attacking, but in making yourself unbreakable. But what happens when this living fortress faces a different kind of threat? As dusk paints the savanna in hues of orange and purple, a new challenger emerges. The cheetah, the very embodiment of speed and lethal grace. This is a predator built for the chase, a blur of muscle and sinew that can outrun any other land animal. It circles the porcupine with silent, deliberate steps, its intelligent eyes scanning for any weakness, any gap in the armor. The air is thick with tension. The cheetah is a master tactician, used to exploiting the slightest hesitation in its prey. But here it pauses. It sees the wall of spines. It feels the unwavering resolve of the small creature before it. Perhaps it gets a little too close, receiving a sharp, painful reminder as a single quill pricks its nose. In that moment, the cheetah makes a crucial calculation: the risk versus the reward. A mouthful of quills could mean infection, an inability to hunt, and ultimately starvation. With an innate wisdom passed down through generations, the predator understands that this battle is simply not worth the price. It turns and walks away. This isn't a defeat, it's a demonstration of respect. In the unforgiving economy of the wild, energy is everything, and the cheetah instinctively knows that its energy is better spent on a less costly hunt. It is a profound lesson in knowing which fights to pick and which to walk away from. Have you ever faced a situation where the wisest move was to step back, to conserve your energy for a more important battle? The wild teaches us this every day. But after the confrontations, after the displays of unwavering defense, this thorny warrior reveals its true purpose. Deep within the safety of its subterranean burrow, a new generation is born. The porcupine pups, known as porcupets, enter the world with soft, pliable quills that harden within hours of being exposed to the air. They are the symbols of fragility and hope, the very reason for their parents' formidable defenses. The creature whose body is a synonym for danger now becomes the most gentle of guardians. Its fortress of quills is not for aggression, but for protection. It's a powerful reminder that the greatest strength we possess is often found in our commitment to care for and protect the ones we love. The fiercest warriors are often the most devoted guardians. From the small and resilient, we now turn to a force of nature that seems to have stomped its way out of a prehistoric era, the black rhinoceros. This is not merely an animal, it is a living monument of power. Weighing nearly 2 tons, its body is a mass of muscle and might, wrapped in a thick, cracked hide that looks like ancient, folded armor. Its most iconic features are its 2 horns, not bone, but densely packed keratin. The same material as our fingernails,
the black rhinoceros,
yet honed into weapons as hard as iron.
The arid
its eyesight is poor, but its senses
acacia.
of smell and hearing are extraordinarily acute, making it a highly reactive and unpredictable force. For most of its life, the rhino is a solitary creature, a quiet titan browsing on shrubs and leaves. But this tranquility is shattered by the primal call to continue its lineage. When a female is ready to mate, the males are drawn into a brutal, earth-shaking conflict. They are territorial and fiercely competitive. What follows is a clash of titans. They charge at one another with surprising agility, their immense weight creating a thunderous impact that reverberates across the plains. Horns lock, muscle strains against muscle, and raw, unrestrained fury is unleashed. It is a violent, terrifying spectacle, a contest of sheer power where only the absolute strongest will earn the right to pass on his genes. This is evolution at its most raw and visceral. After a long gestation period of 15 months, a new life begins. A rhino calf, small and vulnerable, enters this dangerous world. For the next 2 to 3 years, it will remain under the tireless, watchful eye of its mother. And it is here that we witness one of the most powerful forces in all of nature. The mother's gentle nurturing can transform into an unstoppable rage in the face of a threat. Imagine a pride of lions, the apex predators of the savanna, drawn in by the scent of a vulnerable calf. They are cunning, they are powerful, and they work together with deadly efficiency. They begin to encircle the young rhino, their golden eyes filled with predatory intent. The mother rhino senses the danger. The shift in her is instantaneous and absolute. The gentle guardian vanishes, replaced by a 2-ton avalanche of protective fury. She lowers her head, snorts a thunderous warning that is both a challenge and a promise of violence, and she charges. Her charge is one of the most terrifying sights in the animal kingdom. It is the force of a mountain in motion, a living battering ram that can shatter bone and tear through flesh. Her entire being is focused on a single objective, the absolute defense of her child. The lions, for all their power and pride, know they are no match for this. They scatter, their hunt broken by a power far greater than their own hunger. They are defeated not by horn or by hide, but by the indomitable force of maternal love. It is a stark reminder that in any species, our own included, there is no defense more powerful, no courage more absolute, than that of a parent protecting their child. We leave the savanna's grasslands and journey now to an entirely different kingdom, an environment even more extreme, the Great Sahara Desert. This is a vast ocean of sand and rock, a place where the sun is a merciless tyrant and water is the most precious jewel. Here, survival is not about fighting predators, but about waging a constant war against the elements themselves. And in this brutal realm, one creature reigns supreme, not through aggression, but through a masterpiece of biological engineering. The camel. This animal is often called the ship of the desert, and for good reason. Its body is a living machine, perfectly designed to conquer thirst, hunger, and heat. Let's start with its famous hump. It is not, as many believe, a storage tank for water. It is a massive reservoir of fat. In a world where food is scarce, this hump is the camel's portable energy pack. By metabolizing this fat, the camel can produce both energy and water, allowing it to survive for weeks without a meal. This concentration of fat in one place also means the rest of its body is lean, allowing it to dissipate heat more effectively. Its mouth is a marvel of adaptation. It can eat the thorny, spiky plants that no other animal would dare to touch. Its tough, leathery lining impervious to injury. But its relationship with water is what truly borders on the miraculous. A dehydrated camel can lose up to 30% of its body weight in water, a level of dehydration that would be instantly fatal to almost any other mammal. When it finally finds a water source, it can drink over 30 gallons, more than 100 liters, in just a few minutes. Its unique oval-shaped red blood cells allow this to happen. Unlike the circular cells of other animals, which would burst from such a rapid intake of water, the camel's oval cells can expand like elastic, accommodating the sudden change in blood viscosity. The camel doesn't fight the desert. It becomes one with it, moving in perfect harmony with its unforgiving rhythms. The camel's legacy, however, extends far beyond its incredible biology. This animal is a cornerstone of human history. For centuries, It was the engine of the legendary Silk Road, the living vehicle that connected east and west, allowing for the exchange of goods, ideas, and cultures across impossible distances. For the nomadic tribes of the desert, the camel was, and still is, the very source of life. It provides transportation, of course, but also milk for nourishment, meat for sustenance, and wool for clothing and shelter. This noble, resilient creature enabled human beings to conquer the most inhospitable places on Earth. Its spirit of endurance and unwavering service is woven into the fabric of human civilization, a legacy celebrated today in passionate, thundering camel races that honor its indomitable will to survive. But in this same vast desert, another survivor proves that might and size are not the only paths to dominance. In the cool silence of the Saharan night, a tiny creature emerges. This is the fennec fox, a hunter so perfectly adapted to its environment that it seems almost ghost-like. Its most striking features are its enormous ears. These are not just for hearing, they are personal air conditioning units. Riddled with blood vessels, they radiate body heat away from the fox, helping it stay cool in the oppressive climate. But they also serve as sophisticated radar dishes. They can pick up the faintest of sounds, the subtle rustle of a beetle, or the scurrying of a lizard buried deep beneath the sand. Its beautiful, sand-colored coat provides the perfect camouflage, making it nearly invisible against the dunes. Even its feet are a product of brilliant design, thickly coated in fur to protect its paws from the scorching hot sand, allowing it to move silently and without sinking. This tiny hunter faces its own set of deadly adversaries. One of its greatest foes is the horned viper, a master of ambush that lies buried in the sand, waiting for unsuspecting prey. But the fennec fox turns the tables. Using its hypersensitive hearing, it locates the hidden snake. In the ensuing confrontation, it doesn't rely on strength, but on blistering agility and cunning. It baits the viper, dodging its lightning-fast, venomous strikes until it can land a precise, killing bite. The fennec fox is a masterclass in intelligence, proving that in the game of survival, a clever mind and specialized tools are the ultimate weapons. As the sun sets once more on these ancient lands, the wild leaves us with its final, profound lessons. We have witnessed the porcupine's thorny fortress, a testament to the power of defense. We have felt the earth tremble under the charge of a mother rhinoceros, a symbol of love's unconquerable strength. We have seen the mongoose's courage, the camel's endurance, and the fox's ingenuity. Each creature, in its own unique way, wages a daily war for survival, showcasing that true strength is found not just in power, but in resilience, in clever adaptation, and in the unwavering instinct to protect the next generation. But there is one predator that all of these creatures now face, an enemy whose threat they cannot evolve to overcome. It has no fangs, no claws, no venom. Its weapons are greed and indifference. That enemy is us. Human activity, poaching, habitat destruction, and climate change threatens to silence the great, thrumming heartbeat of the wild forever. The stories we've seen today are not just dramatic tales. They are a fragile legacy that is rapidly disappearing. The wild is not just a place on a map. It is a mirror reflecting the best and most primal parts of ourselves. We must learn from it, respect it, and fight to protect it. For in saving these creatures, we may just be saving a vital part of our own humanity. Thank you for joining us on this journey today. I hope these stories have inspired you as much as they have humbled me. We wish you health, strength, and the courage of a mongoose in all the challenges you face. If you felt a connection to these incredible animals and want to continue exploring the profound lessons of the natural world, please consider subscribing to our channel. Your support allows us to keep telling these vital stories. Click that subscribe button and let's continue this adventure together.